yɛde Nyankopɔn ase sɛ ɔdɔ yɛn bebree nti da bia na ne ku yɛn ho na nadom dɔɔso ɔboa yɛn ɛnnɛ me makɔne nam baabi bebree yɛyɛ adwuma menka sɛ yɛyɛ ka meeting ɛwɔ yɛ conference ha nti yɛsisi mpata ne tent ne ade nti makɔyɛ adwuma paa na menim sɛ wo nso akɔyɛ adwuma bebree bi a wabrɛ mpo nanso wanya kwan aba ha mepɛ sɛ meka kyerɛ sɛ m'ani sɔ sɛ wonya kwan daa na wobɛtie me ɛnyɛ sɛ bia mewɔ biribi pa bi a wonte da nti na woba na bia wo so wopɛ bi na wode akyerɛ anaasɛ wowɔ nimdie bi a wopɛ sɛ wo ne yɛkyɛ nti ne woba na ne nyinaa na I want you to know say I very much appreciate it and I am strongly encouraged nti nyame nhyira mo nyinaa a oba adeɛ so ɛberɛ biara enti nɛ no yɛbɛbɔ mpaeɛ na yɛahyɛ adesua no ase na sɛda metaa Canada no share it with somebody da meka sɛ it is not about me mo sɛ mo amoba so first pa na meka no sɛ megwengwene ho koraa sɛ ebi yɛ brɛ kɔ n'anim a mo sɛ nipa brɛ na sɛ bi yɛ Zoom version ni no yɛbɛtwa so koraa na memom deɛ nha me na meyɛ na mede akɔto YouTube na wa mo ani gye ho na ɔmo ayo ba meka sɛ yɛbɛyɛ Zoom na yɛnyɛ Zoom no wonya bi afa bi ma obi me nuanom ɛboa wo kyɛ sɛ adanse a metie no ɛno na metie a na mayi nyame ayɛ na mahyɛ nyame anuonyam obi si bi a metie wei pastor wo topic wei a ebi koraa na topic no akyɛ ti na menkae na wakeka mu nsɛm a ɔse aboa me ne me kunu aboa me ne me yere obi wɔ so me de kɔma madamfo bi na ɔmo nya koraa in fact this week I think that been a holiday no Monday obi frɛ me sɛ pastor me de wade ne bi akɔma madamfo bi na ɔse sɛn how pa ko bɛsɛ wo ne ne kunu edi nkɔmɔ ɛna me se ma me brɛ kakra ɛhɔ na ya na be how no ya dɔso san sɛ ya na nneɛma no yɛ bebrebe etu nya bi a fama obi ɛne ne nkyɛ ne ne ho nkɔmɔ wonim ne nyame nam so bɛyɔ aboa saa nipa no nneɛma mpa yɛ Awurade yɛni asɔ yɛni agye sɛ nnɛ nso wadom ka yɛ ho ohumɔborɔbɔ yɛ ho ban na yɛbɛtoa adesua yɛ ahyɛ aseɛ bosom mmienu ne akyire ni we are thinking about the 5 love languages na minim sɛ wunyame wodɔ yɛ nti na wonam kwan hodoɔ so kyerɛkyerɛ nsi yi mede me nuanom a ɛba ahoma yi so na wɔtwe bi ahyɛ wɔn nsa ti wanim kyerɛ wɔn wae na nsi wɔn yie Awurade so obi de ne haw bi agya obi de namane bi aba w'anim obi abesu akyerɛ obi ɛwɔ nkwadaa na bi a wunyame wuhuna ɛsrɛ sɛ hyɛ da kɔsra no na ɛserekyerɛ no boa no nama ne haw ne namane bi a ɛdo koro no brase ma no na mensi ne yie nanso ne yɛmedi nkɔmmɔ san sɛ yɛbusa wei nom ne adom bebree wɔ Jesus Christ din mu amen sɛdeɛ mebɔ ho dawuro ɛwɔ mo a mowɔ ayi WhatsApp group no mu no flyer na mede bɛto soɔ no deɛ na yɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ no flyer no ankasa ɛnie ne say the 5 love languages acts of service nti ɛno ɛna nnɛ yɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ na mebɔ mpaeɛ sɛ nyame bɛboa na wo a wotie me anwummere no wobɛfa biribi paa bɛboa wo ne wo yere wo mma obusua wo ne wo kunu na anigye bi aba mo fie asomdwe bi nam wei so ɛnyɛ sɛ meka yɛ ntia na mmom wode yɛ adwuma nti nyame bɛboa ama anigye nkɔsoɔ yɛyɔ papa yɔ bi apie wɔ saa abusua no mu that is my prayer sɛ nyame nyɛ wɔ saa wae na ɔmmoa mo na bɛmu saa ɛbɛma me nso m'ani agye ɛfisɛ ɛyɛ ana ɛha adwene paa sɛ meyɛ software yi no mete nsɛm no bebrebe wɔ mu a na obi afrɛ na bi ɔka pastor me ne me yere asɛm ketewa gya dɛm obi apɛ me ɛyɛ asafo mɛyɛ bi na ɔyɛ ne sɛ ɔno no ɔyɛ adwuma ɔyɛ clinical mental health practitioner ɛna wɔhwɛ obi patients bi client bi akɔ no nkyɛn na or refer no say Mwadi no enye mental health ho how nkwa na mohia a family therapist ankasa and or refer no mami na chese we bruni bi and na wo frɛ nti wa frɛ bɛn prensini o kase so for Manchester ubetimi aboye pa na nka me benya brama me na me hwɛ me time anti eno kra no e do ma hyɛ fall e bi a fall imam brave sense me wa ware for miensa se se ya me cancel wo na sense enye me dwuma pa me yo no nti ya na me pese me tase ne bebrebe na eno no de minya kwanya na mayo enti no me pese me ka say the need is there. The need is out there. Nipa be brave. Ebi ohwe obi ne aginis, bi kra ba ginis ka kese. Na waboa wo no. Na so munya bi nti na me ya na no damu no. Na nyimre nya me ka ne se, unya bia, fama obi, boa obi. Na na hye nkran. Me yon madam for pa bi atro me se fia no magnet fi so kakra. Nya me nhyira pa point me do question time na me person bodi amebo. My young could be a didn't come out check. But the can say the 5 love languages, acts of service. The acts of service and missing. A series. Enrich your family series on YouTube. And you may build a website. Dr. Bina or Boame, your mammy. No, see how her be abu, the young lunch here, dear. Google jkamoah.com. A honor, Mumube, it's a Mumube be anymore. And may your morning devotions. And yes, I may promote me. Your morning devotions, nay, Nipa Bina Busa, and I'm out in there, if they can't home, the car listen. A sorry be first Ghana. And now my year morning devotions among bear in fear me. Confiance and na woman ceremony be se pastor I pese aboawo na de wo ye ne yie if se na ye no phone so and no must no pese record nti no so no ma start be se abosome mienu ne kakra ni a eno no your friend hope from above me na me da no pa and me nye no zoom so me record on me da no pa no nsia na so ko website ho na ye bono live nti bi ha me ye no live and sana makwa sorry. Inti me down upon unsia, inti sa fear, hope from above, no, and enrich your family series. No, na makambo and you call website to why. Ubenya nina, the nina, benya videos, no, hafeni pull videos, nina, a bit my YouTube, I'll bit my has Fama will be tell somebody, share with somebody. You don't know how through this you might save a relationship. But coming back to our subject, you know. We are looking at the 5 love languages, and today we are considering acts of service. Now, how do you give and receive love in a relationship? In any relationship, you know, we have what we do, we call the love exchange. There's a theory. Theory 7 kakra. So because pastor, I know the only academics voice na yenum dia na peno sunsun mu bra fom a academics wade so pa menim binu mo ba de no mo abene pa nti I don't want to belittle anybody. The theory your friend exchange theory no, it takes place between any 2 people. Anything e betimi aye impo adwuma me ma example sa kopa adwuma when Soko Peguma, near you say, exchange is a war would it, winning dear, what the more, and now they call Megman. Yes, sir. Now, Egman so the Wamusika, non benefits amount. And you are both exchanging. Where do we ma we are no way do we am? In the exchange theory, say, back one side, a reduce me giving. The other side not so affecting. Anything. Say, you yes, obey late. Ma ntem. Afe we are mistakes be bria. What will happen next? A human no so has here. Either say, you bet suspend you. So and now say warning in the exchange theory na sabi we no koso mpo ewo na no bi na ehunu wawarefo mu say in marriage you are exchanging your values, your talents, your skills, your knowledge, your experience, your material resources, your personal gifts. So, you are exchanging that's all you're doing. Now you are negotiating it constantly. Kasa na odwo se meka we obeka we ni meka we a ono so ka we meka we sa na ya moyo pa enti se wo aware no bia wo de aduane noa na be mu wo de nkomodie nkomo a ede na be mu wo de akrokro na be mu wo de abasobbo na be mu. You affirm and appreciate each other. We've talked about all these things. Enti in marriage we give and receive love. Exchange we give and receive love in any given relationship, whether it's a boyfriend or girlfriend, whether it's a common law, you are giving and receiving. With your children, you give and receive. So by your body, excuse me, move on. So my baby, now I work so hard to take care of you, to take care of things, to pay the bills so you can live a free and enjoyable life. And I may sort of say, and I say senior mammy, because to you, you are giving and you expect a degree of exchange. So no so baby. So how do we do that? And Nona Gary Chapman or Saure or Fa. Based on his personal experience, he wrote the book, The 5 Love Languages. He has developed it as a program. And I encourage you, say, Google it, The 5 Love Languages, or quiz. You can take it to help you identify your love language. You have the top one, and then the secondary, or the primary and the secondary. So look for it. It will help you. If your love language is receiving gifts, we are looking at in relationships. Let's see, couples give and receive love in 5 different ways, according to Gary Chapman. Now, words of affirmation, we talked about that a couple months ago. And then quality time, we talked about that about almost 2 months ago. Video and then last week we talked about receiving gifts. Your love language is receiving gifts. If that is yours, it makes you feel good, you feel loved, you feel appreciated, you feel welcome, you feel cared for when you receive gifts from your spouse or the person you love. And today we are looking at acts of service. There's 5. So we have 1 more to go, and that is physical touch. And by the way, I have a presentation on touching love, touching through love. Enrich the family. And what I'm saying is, what is acts of service? Acts of service is anything that your spouse does voluntarily. And now dofo a one netie no ofrini pemu eye emawo to feel say you are cared for. It was somebody cares about me. And I say it makes you relax. And I say it eases your workload. Ema wadwuma esote ema utirase ye ha ema wo ye ha hare ma wo stress ekopom biribia na your love, a person who loves you does for you. Acts of service no. Now when you now what to now if you do theater those things now. And I can want them any no. Be a so what is yours? Sir, Pew Research Center. Pew for Amoah research be brave. Now in 2020 yomo can say one more report said more than half of all married couples believed that sharing housework was a major importance in a successful marriage. And they're saying, Pew, for one say, one more year, and so here, in their survey, the respondents indicated that more than half, I believe that yes, more than half, Saudi Waha, more than 50, and I get to Moses, for Bema Eboa, Oba Eboa, and answer the 40 feet, no Bema Eboa, Oba, no Bemana, Eboa, Wareni is so successful, which means, say, even if your spouse's love language is it's not acts of service, do acts of service. Even if your lover's love language is not acts of service, engage in acts of service. It improves, it strengthens, it helps the marriage to grow and develop to become a healthy marriage and relationship. It's therefore important to make sure that you or your spouse both share the house chores and expectations. Somebody things your spouse doesn't like doing. And say, oh yeah, in the last two presentations, I'm presenting how you discover. In this, in acts of service, if you want to discover if acts of service is your spouse's or your lover's love language, how do you do that? Look at, just watch the person. And if you say, I didn't take him, and man met it, Uhana Casacasa, Uhana Gni Boomsa, say, I deal with Amaka, ye number ye number bathtub, you know, I need to do laundry and stuff. Now it's killing that person. The moment you take care of it now, oh man, hey, don't get me wrong. Minim se titirodo etie me no nyina ye akanfo aganafo se me katwi enti ye mu bebre ne amamre no mu de ma na no aduane mfomso bia ne ho na me ntena ha se nyame na mbesesa no but ye me kan se me ba ho ne ono kura no oyo no se wo ye ma no emena ne je pa ndi se wo kafo ne love language acts of service me say washing dishes e bia na ompe bema onu ni tie kuko huhuro ekuno ohuna na ye machine ohuna na ne home sana so yo ba o de kwasi ngugu e ma hu se da bi ha e ka se kwasi ngugu no na home na umfo ni brand ma me so na de konkoda yizo we de o de nyabote ti o mu ada enka sta crunch da ko obeba na ye mfa ne se mu fi ho no ota huru ngugu mu right nti da ko Omuano wa funumu ahuru ai enyane dia ade amani nye ho nsa ware 40 fie ya cheche adwuma we na we debi esa mo hwede obi ahoden tumi yo ana obi ani gye ho so yo so obi o ha o wa cheso wonim die woni ma bi mu opeso yo o ma onye kora eno no ye ma no na yankichemu frinchim se so ba no na ninye ho so drive so ya de ha be drive me utabi enti honde minyanko enti say washing dishes na who say your spouse doesn't like it, take care of it, do that to surprise him or her once in a while. Not only that but the more you do it now, the more you put fire, you fire up the love, you spice up the love. And you know, fill up gas tank. I really say, a car non qua be yo. If you say, or no one drive on a gas, Nasa or pacoto. Nasa menin and Nama or Bashaba cra but a track and one what snap passenger side. Yet, then, Samanama, this a yari. On rival that. This a yari. My comment, near appointment, be near the crew in India and your bed drive. Yes, I'll track and man what tank him as in well. I can't that or that you other was in cars, gas in the business. Mr. Gas tank, but in your home cry. It didn't make your say. You more, you will come him. The or no tartanum, not even tartanum. Yanchi must have a can in a micro can. Sani manamwa. Moi, na memma be brain no try be idea nitie ma kotoka na fe na papa na me tim na me de ka na abongo no na me de ama me me nua wutie me sa wote sa ewrade nsakra hwe wotoka mo na fa ma wo yire wontenem bio sa so de man me ka se yen ka me wa wotoka mo na ma wo yire wo yo ba e man ta nim ka ho ne ma bebrebe na wo de ka bongo ya ma no wonam highway so na tu na tire tu na fe na ye frɛ no ofrɛ wo kra na bia wonya na oyɛ den na highway so afe no okɔpɛ fitani obetutu ne ka Amoah wonam na ne ka na bamre mu na tire do are wonam ye se ka no ne tutu frɛ ni mu na no afe na obɛfrɛ kwasi tabi wotoka fa mu no nti me ye fie die me hire na drive car mu ebre bia ye be change car na ekoto mu na me maje dada sa me dada me twia e wari ni asesa ka ahodo kakra me so watra akwantu mancha wo sesa ka kakra nanso me twia bongu no na gye no ho ne ekoto foforo pe maje ne de no na me de mu no na to ne de aman eti wo mu a e ka gas yi no wo mu a na ma fa me ya na makɔhwɛ se fa safo na me makɔhwɛ ka no mu na hwese gas ni ma makɔfile tank na ndia besi anya no nko Uma imagine car and never do carry the quadma. Kana water atom, the quadma, no macofa. Na, cleaning, my dusty moon, my carpets, my vacuum, Barnum de Abyss. And none what I use. Sana a friend and gas on a camera, and what else? I'm the Abyss. Okay, no, oh, thank you, honey. Thank you. And then acts of service, you know. Oh, car, we come. Pimu kama ada besi haba he ne do na wo kanya no na sa wo ye ni ya e ba wo so no waso me kana wo ye ni ya e ba wo so no ani age se ya dua ba sa do no beti bia di e be ma ho ato nya no nko a me see taking garbage out e bia wo yiri nya so wo mpe wa na wo kuni nya so wo mpe garbage no na tete pa so wo ba na se bia be ma hwe ne ha na acts of service ni biade betima ma ani gya be fie on say yi garbage na ya no atam na ma na tayo ntino ne san ka se menu no mema you we no enya de no me de e ya de a easy ma me eno an se enra ye de garbage kwabon enra de enyem na am de ko no kra de ye ba ko pe enra no ya you are who say if you say make you a holiday we ntemo ha nti my wife and brother na dweno and was usually e de ne de sikwa ho brother no ma befa but holiday nche de sikwa ho nra and was say oh me garbage na me te ha twa de and was me garbage na me oh no actually na me you be counseling it me was me garbage na me oh okay ti me bobo ani nyina no na anopa no me sorry ya me se me ko dware usually nka me si for no makota me ka ma na ma yi akosi kwa na ma hu se wa bie garage no de akosi kwa ti no de nyam na me yo na nso mpempebre no e boaboa ni nyina no na dwada nwumre nada dware wie na makota me ka ma na matam bola that's a beautiful thing we so aduane nyina die na so yi bayira essence ne ya na chiwura me koto agu ne ha ne se enya ha ya no ma men ka wenjim ye mu bebre tu kwan fofora ni ba bia ya adwuma e bi me ya adwuma kitchen hospital kitchen bi na me hye ho na me bo adwuma na me hohuru kukuo nso ha me o esan so ho ye adwimiska na me ya me fie me hohuru kukuo me ya me fie me yi bola na me zu ada na ese ha me ya me mo ka se me nka bi nchiro me ba me na me wo Canada na me go school or Canadian Union College. They say Burman University. Na me my first degree. When me na me yagma. Me yagma me in school mo. Na me international student. as a security. I was school and I'm a school no printing press. And I'm a Juma, actually, a nine, if it be now. We are international, we are baby. And I'm a cafeteria. And I'm a side janitor. Brebe 9 and yes, summer baby, and will be too quiet. Was swimming, and I'm the kind of thing. I'm a janitor, and you mreno, yet a pond class in an classrooms, near a garbage can night to your class at 2 we your bath tab, a urinary, no, any honey cleaning now. Now, may I do my a cafeteria? I mean, come on, back with you. Not that now, no, maybe a story. Now, a Brunia Code. What did DV? No, sans leftovers. Nyankofo di dia ka man nyina no oboaboa no gu plate mi ne so. And what far ayi me bi acho far we bi napkins are no otwero gu so. Your African people, your people in Africa need food. Take this for them. And what they throw plate mi no so. Aso make my roho sempa na me ka choni. And na or this or di see manim ayi window no me bo apron me ba wuru ngukom temi ye ba wuru ngukom me bo apron enna abra no me yire to Toronto me hunkukom enna odi bedrum poma na me bo apron na me gina mpoma no mu sa ba bia ye pia e de wudi di we de chance be uduru ho no odi plate na leftovers na wasesa ni nyina mo pia sa in fact e bogu me apron temi hwa na nim sa why are you doing that? Now, my supervisor, me say, and I said, John, what happened? Nah, to her window, no girl, no gun. And I said, that girl over there. And my man said, why? I know how would be a friend. I said, come here. I said, why are you doing that? Why? I get oh, I'm sorry. I said, you are not sorry. And my man, no. I saw him making some cassia into your coya, I say, or more refer girl, you know, some being it. Now, finally, I'm a friend. Say, girl, near PC in a different school. No, Mr. Me a theology student. Me to be a me software. Now be your body out. No, a insubordination, a disrespectful. Now we don't want anybody. It's a sign of racism. No money abre. But I must can say, me school me who me as a leftovers, but too good me so. Me just can't manya jumano. Now me bami fie piano. Na me yire didi no bi hu no anya leftover me yire didi wie na me se saga be gino kotugu abonti an me how anything anyhow enti me no mema se wo yire en na ye be ma ne do anya ne e be na kosoro na ne agia do it in love, in appreciation, in encouragement, and in support to show that you love that individual and you care. You spice up the fire of the marriage. And you say washing bathtub. Washing the bathtub. What you become? About Rufiana. When you be that, I will what you become about Rufiana. So there, I think. A queer idiot, Niana. Now, break. The grown hope out, now break. Tinambai, Nana, my goodness, said never. In buying, Yam Tum was a took us already then, Sena obey, the Syrian. That buy a free pussy and me by chain. See now, all ends of your hole. Obaqua Hokana Bontene. Obaqua saw them. Obaqua Jumem. Nina for most winning. You cry at the amma, says, me who agree me. Or domepa. Or ye me pa. We me pa. Me teneswana masore. Now no me fregnum coffee, bread, my bread. Pa, me kunya na me mete say ye me bathtub yimu aye fin me ko huru me ko ya na kwasi wa huru de na kese e chen me kra me dia me huru So we are the amount of na oka ho asem na ni gisa no sisusa na kire se ono so ne love language no do it again obeka kire ne namfofo try be cry sorry o mo kwa man din komo ba bi o ka se me de ku de oyo oye ni passe o twene me ho pa o mu an wo fumi mu na no de du twem Senya usi to niema me ba no wasi no ato ni na bo ya ko gu ba bi a me na go o ka se na ninye obeka ama fofrate na won so beti bi e be ye nkranhye doing laundry e na me ka ho asem da kro ba no se sane ma ni na me presentations bi makama bi am wasere e wo school mu na me yiri ya adwuma na call class ba acronyms na me senior man no nyina me se sa na ya de a wo mu an me yo na me nkasa me tayo wo mu an ma ye ba ko bi na me se sa ne man na me de call krum e bi am ye tie no na laundry machine no nya ho den papa de me call krum na me call na se machine na me simu ne ma na me nimu na ye wo ba ko a wo de ne ma no gum na no ayi they dark colors na they bright colors na say machine we na me koye na enyim na manyi na me nyina gum you see na wie na me sisa ni nyina na ba fie nti be gu ho a me ha ase abobo no na me ripie o he me na za o say did he come here? I say you did laundry? No, I say yeah. I said, how? And I said, well, why? I said I was coming to do it. And I said, but no, I came early. I said, but how did you do it? I think I just said, I said, that's nice. Or damn, I said, oh, that's nice. Oh, wow. Because I was thinking about this. And the entire anime can't wait, my camera. Me eating again. That I can't use. It's me camera. It's in me example. I'm no, I say, but why did you do it? And I'm say, I took them to town. And I say, did you separate them? And I'm say, I just put everything in one machine. Or sodium, or so why are you laughing at me? I say, honey, that machine you need to separate. You need to separate the colored one from the bright colors so that you wash this first and then you wash that. Should I say, oh no, I can't paint. Do you use that machine? Na me use that machine that sana some separate and separate mommy. But after all, no. The fact is that be senior man. I said, well, you need to do that, but honey, I was so tired. I was thinking about this, so thank you. Man, about 20 man, Michi. Yanon me say, and your money be dealing with finances. So one said, well, and I will take care of it. That woman, but to bills and good tables was a no card will be that. Someone will say, music will be easy. Or I'm training in a preferred companies and your crown out to ya offer company. I just want to pay this bill. What to oh, to women's a questions one of you to casual buy house. And I'm more bills big one. Question I know so bread, bar, home, green for day home. Now, I know you're mobile cry, and Jimmy buy and go home. My friend companies net treat. Oh, Adjoa, a queer, yummy slow. That's a meaning says there will be a home and not as say. What my dear, so many. Making bed. Make him back on no yam. Stranopa. If it's empa, yan toye, a timmy. Na titi, my main plan will be made. And Timmy, sorry, and no, to me, come, man, yet. The name of say, make me a Pompanwa chain hotel for many home. Yemi and only a dasso. If you cry me more, a chain. Or no, that more chain, yemi and only a dasso. That's the bottom line. It is here, sorry, I'm not pan. Name some make cut a kind of saying. Bed spready, Name she shilling in a pillow, no tricks and no straighten up and when from so bad home. A bassa men say we are crying anymore, fear I'm going to make my channel what to say. Now say, my yampana, damn, how come making the bed. Now, that may be also. I want to tell you, say, yes. But most times, and come on. Oh, thank you so very much, honey. I love that. You do it better than I do. On cancer, ye came into a dear with no daddy. You see, we are questioning the bands, pastor. How we are the man of power, no job also, so only a fact. There be missing way the oh, yeah, at the young door. Saying love language now, you are doing it because it is that person's love language, and you want to really put fire in that love to stir it up, so to spice it up, to turn it on. That's why you are doing it. Making the bed, putting clothes away. So we couldn't see near man now bar. We didn't see ya. Me say me socks. Tie around near my sim. They say near man is here. Socks no so one be see me who you tear yam pem socks. My bob one in my round. Master smart and I'm the kumbe. Give me a pa, meaning me socks. In Niasan, me under shed, my bob me amadina. The cook baby me underway, me amadi. Way from Sabano, maybe bomb me yidina, me underwear, maybe be a bob. Because there's of one, my car, man, how crap, me. Eh, underway, Usan, Honda, now banana, eh, Bobana, and no cool. Some guinea, Yanni Apasoyo, or Tamson. Nasi, see now, Obama, now, how, and say, I have no problem with that. So, the blouse be top be I take it and fold it so nicely and put it away for you. Send it to me. Na kuma sane asumdue ba me fie minya hoto adwene ne mafoforo eboa me dealing with technology and media. Oh, I had a man with kakrabi kana ndie mu ndi bia o yire no ni phone tete no en what ba me de jamasem ukokoko phone so na do ko ba bia pe na de ba kire nya botre so bia no aji no me ba me frag na ba me see me phone no esto bia hacking am se de na ayo ji ya se me de VPN bia to so se no na tete no na me disable no o fe o ya call so na sa spam yin no afi mabio. What did you do? So I didn't do anything. I just disabled the VPN. And this thing is bothering me so much. So phone no watch. No be a watch bono. Was my watch is frozen. I watch is smart can you into ja. Then you do whatever he needs to be done on the phone. Why am so you internet is no way be doing to me and channel. Oh ja crashing to Fiana, one not then internet now. There be Sancho is we nyame ba why nyame onyojo nyame on Casancho tia and Casancho and Casancho why how do to boasie so technology be no hu ya man and your man betima can be but bibia we e be man nkoso e be man ni gie be man ahoto itrasia tono ne do aba siria na numana. That's what we are talking about tonight. Acts of service. They say then things your spouse likes to do. And yet the one person cooking. So obey makan anymore. But me, I can't things the person doesn't like to do. Now we're talking about things the person likes to do. Even if the person's love language is acts of service, even the things that he or she likes to do, when you do it for them, it turns them on. It wakes them up. Their love becomes more deepened. That's what we're talking about here. Cooking. Just how you don't know when hey, it's 2 minimum pa. It was 2 I would be a million if you have a santam. When are you going to do it again? Say, we get to boss. Se me pese e yana denti me nya dada umwa ni na no so na me de num ba ko na yo en kwan so ne yes me no ebebene we na me twen ya this one water ya da ko no ma yo na ni achi we ba no na me no aduane ni nyina shopping me be shopping e no so be shopping but ope store kro wo mu a me ga so ope but so kwa na ni je nka we njem adwada si holiday dia me call ba bia o me si nim se me ne ko na nam store kra no antɔhwe a na ni aje holiday me call ba bia na ya tena fisa etu kwa ba ya no kasa sam so okay me so ya dia me call store na me ti dwada na me si na ye be ko ni amani na na mawu ho me call ba na me hwato hwim e fa e mo bi won chen ha akɔde na mu a woni na mesi se ya so we mu no adane no no ya to no ho no hu an e ma de o me no no aka hwe ntuma kro mo ka hwe na no sa no de asan ho no akogina ha adusu ha no so mu turns it on, put it on, try it on and put it there and okay where else also we need to akasirioko let's go to TJ Maxx na so me na ko on na mu owura ha na me ya me sana sa dia na tete nti me fa ha na me nkomba bi o kwa no na mu no afre honey where are you miss me gina ha no aba wan to he da bi o yako next lot a job lot near man boys bi grand no and so yako na mu owura ha no see how test we no fa we no so we mu I'm tired let's go so okay where else Walmart okay yebako je na my man say juada no store say dukra no be ya me de never ko ana hwato it's a holiday Walmart mo say store making can dey na wo mu call Walmart we ended up say me na me pay water bottle am no no eso me koda bia me no nsuo hie a good bottle minimum so hie say good for morning to my no for several years to me koda no man na me to ano 40 ounces me no mansa Diana tete me na me se me peketwa na no ne nti we call Walmart no me na me de ono cost me na me koto me water bottle me nya 26 ounces water kese no nso hie nguma na inu ano pa na da so ye hie na me no me nya ne me ye me devotion sa me no me kakra sa ye call store nan ase no wanto hwe na so ba na no to no pa pe me so ada se no relax sa wi abe 3 4 oh no ada da ko nya mu sa na wanto no because according nam store pay want to who the fact is some men no nam no calling nam mu no ani achi just that into no gift ni bi no acts of service ironing otoniama saniama ni na ugina ho wa twi to so kama se be ma no na empa menu aba ye bi ma no manani oba no na eno pelta ye kra na gifri ni nsem ba ko na yoma no na ne ho ento clean the house aka ho asem ba no wa clean fi onyina me wife for the streaming is makoto sa ayi remote vacuum yibi enjoy ya mesim be vacuum fi no store city was over vacuum we vacuum ya umi remote na osano yi je se me but no ana me de ayo na clean fi ma fa brush ma twitwitwinche mu na remote na ntimi no nyina na ma juma going out together and be na me can say what I no if so no the fact say me no be peer together no oh tijuada no we went out together and say no na ma wo ire ni gia na wo kura ni gia kwasi wo mu where are you going today and I say will you plan it take him out or take her out just go drive have fun relax the Bible can you see don't forget to do good and to share what you have because God is pleased with these kinds of sacrifice. Emawi emfisa obayade tene so na wodo na obi no oni wo kafo na obi be che na so nyame ani za for the boy no nyame ani ko ho pa Galatians 6:2 was to carry each other's burdens and so you will fulfill the law of Christ. Munkura muhumuhumu abia na mwaso nyankopon hyehyɛ anaasɛ ne mmransɛm a wɔde ama mo no mwaso ne deɛ wɔyɛ mmerɛ no so no mo ne wokuna mmerɛ no hyɛ ne den helping each other acts of service 1 John 3:18 see little children let us not love in word or talk but in deed and in truth Mankuma, or Simon no wakasemu keke, emum niyoemu, and no crimo. So was all doiri, so also do kuna, and man yet a just a numkasankwa, saying Yanamakano, say just words, mere words should be actions followed by action. Not it's not lip service. It should be really acts of service. Proverbs 19:17. I love this one. Bible na me quote no the Passion Translation. And very common many or more translation or say every time you give to the poor, you make a loan to the Lord. Don't worry, you'll be repaid in full for all the good you've done. Every time you give to the poor, let's assume, say, in this context, he or she is the poor. And now he is the poor now. The more you do it, now can you imagine, sir, if I wish I have more money to give God loan, because my interest not dozen. My interest not a dozen. Philippians 2:4. Again, the Passion Translation. I'll say, abandon every display of selfishness. Possess a greater concern for what matters to others instead of your own interest. Now we have a man in Yaji. Now we have a man is Syria adorson. And you can't want them and rebombing I mean and count. More say, I'm excited myself. If it's done some the power, so would be true. What do you want? I tell you, things will change and they will change for the better. Riding down on count on maybe 8 lines not to the person also and me, what ring war fat and then come to you. You can't want some say acts of service. Yo. Abwaya yiri and you kunu and nijamba. Send any love language. Do it. Speak that language. To how what question and no more anything. Medman Wessi. Be now mute away into our betting amount so and now betting be na question our war and I say and more will be announced the other. Once an anno no can yarn bomb pine and coy. It is a nano. More can be and son why I when we boss on me, that's why on near near. You can't want some say. Love, the 5 love languages, we spent the time to talk about acts of service. What is your comment? What is your question? This is the time.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Kosuwa Mama.
Suffer Pacho may question is say I feel say I mean it's a good thing, but I also feel say especially the Ghanaian men majority of them have the mentality they say everything it's urbano, what can so help with the dishes, help with the cooking. They should help. But I'm going to use myself as an example. Mikuno, it's so hard for him to do that. Trainer, on feel. I said, what can I didn't even go hosa. And I said, okay, no. I said, what's the point? Then I go back
and you do it.
Doing it. And then the act of giving, I find it, I love giving. That's me. I don't mind what it is. I love giving. But I also felt that it makes it hard because when you're giving something to somebody, the person needs to show some sort of appreciation.
Yes.
Say, and if you keep doing it and the person is not showing appreciation, is it okay to put a stop to it? And I say you continue doing it. Like I'm trying to find what's the better way to deal with such situations.
Okay. Mommy, my first love here teaching. I love when I'm teaching, but I also have this hypothesis that I personally I have come up with. It's not tested or not proven. However, I believe it's true. Ubia Ubusa question, yeah, no idea about it. So, mommy, what do you think?
It's true. I mean, it's for me. I've always felt to say, like they say, love. It's not just words. It actually speaks louder than words.
Yes,
if you're telling me, say you love me, and show it. It's the little things. But I feel say you kunum Ghana for ni binom no. It's, I don't know if it's the pride, but it's so hard for them to, I'll say, come to that level of humility. And it's not because, okay, you know what? My member me yere and now I break. It's like she's always waking up, taking care of the kids, making sure the kids are okay, get to them ready for school. But the one day pen now Becca say, on no. It's more or less like manka cranka. Yeah. So how do you handle, because I know sometimes it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. But what if you've tried every means and ways to make this person understand you? Say, okay, I need help. I'm not asking you to do it every day, but once in a while, help me out. How do you go about it? Trying to let the person understand you.
Yeah. Maybe that's about, I mean, some trouble. Mema obi amane sas ohene koso so pese oboa ohene ni mako.
Yeah, Pastor, Medasipa na ayi meda mama so ase wo the question no, in fact a great question. Na nia me can say mostly no your culture can ho na ye
Yeah.
Na enye se sa na mete nanso me ma dwen kire na me dey ma. Meaning pass environment changes because it's say yet to coin abahan. We need to have a culture adaptation because the pastor was mentioned some of the programs no more. Yes. So enye ubia na ubetini adapting easily. And it has to come with an education. For instance, program a sort of education. And the me my dream say ebia ye mu bi wo better have be a uncompromising with such things na e be yes ye be encouraging no waba program so when tie bi kura ebia afterwards no yemma no access to watch it ekobasa eventually no it will educate that person to adapt it. Na the empire bonso assign aka ho. And now question say unya ya na no. I don't think say wujai no will solve the problem. Nemom say eyade eye ewo wu mu na opede a also continue na wo ye. Nemom I was say we're educating the panel until say obe kunu say obe rectify now. You find a good place and appropriate time to address a brand ni agye a bra a ye mumie no nko an bi ankwala no away from it and I say anamfo bi eni oni ade na ye mumie no nko an na ni agye no. I believe say send a little education through that no you can win it. Me that say
that's about him. That's about yamisa. Me gidi say question in the comments ning na a very very good pa na excuse me America honye on say mami sa de pa bi wo me mu na me yo say me de boa me hokania na me say okay me jayo me ankasa no say Amoah me the kind Emma manage if say it has become my nature say I like to do this. I like to do this. But I'm saying I'm but some that can say. And then I can words of affirmation. So won't you so your bema so your ban. So be a dear Mawa, you must appreciate it. One say nyame kro pass it out. Ebra Yesu suma akwatafodu. Some kind story na. Was say wo mo call ye na ba ko pe ba o say de ben. Enye du na call ye ho. Na ba ko pebeda na so say enkono a aka na ye de ben e wo he aseda ehia pa enti say obi ya de ma wo so ya wo yire say you kunu no appreciate it ma yo me ma yo ma no bi se bia okunu ye bibi ma no pa Yamfana said, Menkasa wa yaman, Menkasa Kunya Bibi of fear. If you are Bama no worry and on senior mother said, and I make a can out when I say, I could tear so far the evening. I'm poor. Me, I may have a manager, and what I say you. Or ye back come you one, or ye yana on country, you know. It is a video so only to cry. Why for me be now you pay now open ye be. Oh, why ye be? Why ye be? Tanasi. Manu so when he saw. And mammy first question. So will be to what now yadiana mean saw. It is not nice. It is not romantic. It is not Christian. And it's not Christian. Galatians. The mama ni ya disuen who say, one say, and a binoma contribution among Casao. Obi di ato chart na so na manage ho pass ye nyina ye contribute na ye de pa obi di ato chart na so ti dole to so na me wase pa na no aso na making kan Galatians 6:9 or say mo mre papa ho ye ho da e na ni pa kro mo say so let us not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. So na manage ho nyame asem ye no krepa, don't give up yet. Oh, see, I'm a brace pastor. We are sana wa foul from food. Be crying out, feel say, or no, or useless person be now the useless in Tina Dame Yana Doyena. Don't give up. Don't give up. Or say, don't get tired of doing good. If we say, oh, yema, and you don't want to yamano, oh, yemen, yameso, yame be suman papa be a show. And I will done a deed. That's all you're doing. Now, I would dofuntino, now they call no some more. That's what it is. Enti mame, I'm saying my try some back or hene de no ho. Ya kan me enu nyina say de to so me enu say. So we re esra wa de aho. Now because how do you deal with it? Okay. The American say or hene e hya ase. Mo say to da bia e kwan e fa so di nkomo wo fie. E bia no in itself can be the problem. Like say ene ntenase. Pebre ne pebre bi. Nya bra ne boafuo nya bra mo ko oftentimes they are say ya na bra ye ko na ekofa ba an srewade a wonyo utifie ha wo domi anka ni wo afo srewade a na odi mirika wo no minti wa ye ho se ayi wo debi enso but take your time na ene no enyo se menen krofo ye ayi a me yan krofo counseling ya me mama assignment to be on how to resolve a problem. Me make me be no quickly. Ze no ya me be no na beto so no na me ne couple bi am no mo me mama ye sa exercise no. Nti me okay. Any. Me aya me yuni. Me check one more 10 steps in resolving problems. I mean couple bi me your counseling. One of the exercises I'm doing mo yuni. Say 10 steps of resolving problems. Set a time and a place for discussion. For time and then run away, but me tom was pa meeting the 1 hour that's doing me con speed. So set a time and place for discussion. Define the problem. So be specific. Oh now yeah, some young for counseling the answer you know about assertiveness, how to be assertive using I messages. And then how to also do active listening. And Sanya drew her. This I want to Sanya Manasia. It be a Amoah in this. If you say using I messages, being assertive, using active listening helps you to be able to have a meaningful conversation. And haven't taught them that, or haven't gone through that, and then we come to this. Say, define a problem. Kwesi, many Jehon pass say yeah. And near maybe if you have many people so now. Why you? Now so many pa and queen many J. Now many badge who so say and yama is seen if you have no many more kakra a free ho. It's a be an a dozen pie on Kodan nine. Now mohon near many day. Inti me yagu hondi met me a yagu honia din abuano. Trebia many badge who said Kadaku me frag me bano. Na menyam wakakra na niema no bibia yesi na se eba na saa ebema me ho atome ebema me ni age ebema me domu ayedu se me sika asemi no mo se me ka manage ho me no ne I languages na me kana I messages Okay. Me can you me no penny woman. And no cry me to me adani you. Na me can me how. And I me can say or how no minyam wafri ho then e be ma me feeli. And so me can to me number 3. Now for me how I was assertive. I was able to tell exactly what I need. Now, if that were to happen, how would that make me feel? So me can. Okay. Now, then you list. Me say list ways you each contribute to the problem. The bag for the problem. If you are no discuss, okay, I didn't know the man can get man some champion, you can't be boom. And now, because I can say, Mrs. Obomundi, I must remember Buffum crabs and no. Into Mummy and can Yaman who do be a man will contribute to the problem. Then the next part, number 4, no, list past attempts to resolve the issue that were not successful. There be a mechanic sisters that's my past attempt. Mrs. Mummy and Naman Church on Yama Bernine. When did home come on, Namundo Sonwa, because he said, Mummy and Numbatimo. Okay, I don't know free why. Then the next thing they say, brainstorm. When you know, I'm traveling for no, I'm your counselor. Brainstorm, take 10 possible solutions to the problem. Oh, do not judge or criticize any of the suggestions at this point. And guess what? No, that's not it. Take your time, discuss these 10. One list, a dozen there, but one list. A Brahma McQueen. Me can't say, one say teacher need a professor who have my assignment and what for the no the research. Now, for me, and some my idea is so nice. Now, some for resource money. Now, my present or my addition, we have almost baby to my million. And the more list 10 past solutions, possible solutions. I'm a person more solve. After listening to 10, discuss all of them. When in 1 hour, discuss and evaluate each of the solutions and weigh it. Say what is the best objective and possible solution. Then what can you agree on one? Sadi we in your question and I could do. Yeah, but you get to say, but try number 80. The next month. So now we agree on how you each will work towards Kwamben, you fast one. Number 80 be Ajua can make coming he me set another date. Inti bosome send me. Besan chimana na otwe me send me. Besan hiem ni ahwese ade we modern boy to me a boy. Na afi wi a na time ni be fi ha ya na be ko date. Be ko betu kwan kra be get away bi akope hotel bi atena. And then we reevaluate what we did today. Say you who say wait the na come away the na come ebe bona baso se me na me ya de aboma baso so de me bo abaso de nyina ya dwene ho asi de be bo ya baso no de ye nka nchile ya da no duru ho an be hwe me ni sa ma me mabo kakra sa ne ma no boa pa na metimi aka bebre na kakra me de betwa mo quick ni se eboa me nya bre so ase no mo me bo ha unsi ne me ma me na on so hwe TV sa o kwa adwuma ba no ka so akwa bi na one ne TV ha ofu bi no akofo na betena ha se yi no me so mo na me no ka so magimi ana. Oh, and so one on so buff. When you fear jay, the Jabin, one more met my cotobia when you bam then you threw in at each other. Also, for mammy, and also amounts as if I become home, and that's a power.
Pastor, thank you very much.
Yes.
My radio was not what boy in Nana, ye fear, I come. Yea, banny, ye tea later in answer so. I may show be crying some of my own coswine in tea. And penny was open ye over. Yea, now we are dreaming of a home. As soon as you or ye need JB, come. And it doesn't come by chance or by luck. A juma and I yaw home. Inti the ye and a young coswine another beer each week, ye babety and yen serade. Say, oh, my ahmodea, ye bet me a day I juma. Pastor, me be some question on. Pacho, love languages. Na am say when we na obi dia no so ne say ne love language ne say act of service no onye bi. And no na there's a memo and no me love language because a member wala you so na met me agina ho pa ka say e man na e wala you so de gift a love language. Act of service so moya ye love language. Pastor Ben me bin so betimi aka say me love language ne say emfre me say me meboa na ye edma wo be ma me ho ato me pa cho e bi sa wo. Me that's it.
That's of mommy. Hey, tell me I said was ana me ni aje keke. One was a text I can gan say ya or say mumre papa ye ho da. Se ko ba se be me bi e ka say maybe me love language now baby because me love language ni say me mo nipa. Ana one frame say me meboa wa e na ma me do enyane a na o how. Let's be frank. Me say bibi ho sa. By the way, enka Chapman de no ho. Na se bi obi na discover the as of man me nyante na me nyante no bia de meka ne say me say ene na aware no anigye betimi abema na ye. If you said in any given relationship now, there must be a symbiotic exchange, and I say symbiotic activities going on. Until I may share no, na me define say me use the exchange theory. So your friend is social exchange theory. Okay, a social exchange theory no, a theory be in fact me dealing with Sadia on my second doctoral dissertation, a big story, a topic me discussing for almost a whole chapter to look at that. Now, near all your NSA, so I can say, no, socially, we have things that we exchange. And they say, yeah, what do you mean? You want maybe maybe the odoba, or the Nigieba, or the Comodeba, or the ebia adwuma yoba we de ani gieba na so be ka say me be my dissertation quickly we say social exchange theory no it said we exchange norms, we exchange financial capacity, we exchange our values, the things, some attributes in us nyama bia e ma me sombo me di mu no e na me de boa aware no emane ya nigie emane ya koso emane ya ahoto emane de yeyo eba so na no so no reduce conflicts ti ntokwa yoso eni so eba so obi ka say me de enye se mamwa mira ana mamwa mi kuna ena ma me donyane a no how the person needs help as I say mengen kan bi wa say according to the doctoral dissertation, according to the SET, that is a social exchange theory, when the balance tilts, one side or the other, it threatens the relationship, and one partner may not endure a loss and may seek to exit the relationship. I'm quoting someone by name Flynn. A positive relationship requires that the social advantages outweigh the costs. And if the cost is more than the benefits, then the relationship is considered negative. So, but the bottom line on say, Mama, to say simple, no, so because na peso bebo na o how ehia say yene tenase ohia say o srenya me no obo no but ehia so ne yire ni kunu ne yire no ana ne kunu tenase say de yakos we Amoah enhenya me no nyam enfrem say me meboa wo de na say ye nipa eti wiase aware anya one way street so a relationship is a give and take and am another American it's an exchange. You give, I give. You take, I take. That's what it is. That's what it is. And the man no koso. So because I made them impaired my fear. Oh, none of them open. I didn't go on with me. Debbie, and one this of my minimum my book. And fa ye yo niasumdue ninkoso emma. Now what it does is it causes one to feel unloved. It causes one to feel say I am not treated fairly. It causes one to feel not even respected in the relationship. Mini anum Ghana for mema, mini anum Ghana for ma. Yet you don't acquire him. But in why? Na ya no ya who say me my love language and use it. Me hook for love language. Then I will use it to really excite, to stir up, to bring out more love. So for mommy, you need some boy.
Pastor Mpacho, what boa pa enti adesrena medema ni titu emema no. Say yema culture, ego, any pride. Emesimu na yenka bibi bia yebetimi aye yenhye dan kasenka eyema adwuma. Onza me de call extreme there by ya na akwa say ubisa wo ho kani no ye be ma say wonye bibi na next time wo kan wo say wo kan ya me ye nti as a wo me na ba be ye medwuma. But say if you want ye na nim say you contribute to bibi na ebeboa eya yenzu sunka say culturally no nya sa na ye upbringing say culturally no ya bringing yes na enne ubetimi aye ne sa na de ni je ne asundua befia adena wonye enunti na me bisa ne sa me da si bebre fasta.
That's the pass of mommy. Many and me ya no na make kasa na manofuma facha mi o na me share that some better have become be a few that me any pay to be na me any excitement am dey kan ho asem na mama no craft from forgive me why forgive me one was bisa ne saying one was bisa hwan bio na wo moa ana asem bisa obebo am yenkomo yi ayede and you may be contribute to both on the chat and both on verbally na nyame nhyira no kan ye ho say one bia no ho dia member say me do betra bebre nuanam dia kan ho asem nyina ne say we are looking at the 5 love languages. We looked at number 4 today. We have one yet to look at. Go to Enrich Your Family series in YouTube. Find the rest. Now no making kind, this is what I do. So call YouTube wow. Now share one a year. Click it more na wasian. Okay, go about say presentations are my video go on making about 60 videos and it go. Do click more no. Now has ya bomu said my nyina betima kwemu wa click link bi wa kotie di aka. Now they come obi na no obi ache. Na me be hirawo. So the be mo abo akura ye say subscribe to it. Subscribe to it. And ya me be boa ama wo so when to me am so pa ye na so subscribe wa obema email alert, then you go and watch it later. Nyame kan ho wan minuanom nyame pese ye ni jeo nyame pese odoba fi pese asomdwie ne nkoso eba opese wo sreda ma ware ekoso bon sam pese wo sa ware bebre. Let's not give him a chance. Let's not give him a chance. Let's allow God to help us. Nyame mwae onso yemu onhye yendin onmayen en kodin honhom ene yokodro honhom na niema bi a won tan no pafra frem. I challenge you. Pafra frem na me show nkran se ubehunu se na no pani bi show da papa di adanse bi a wo mu an makai wo se bi an pani wo se pastor pani mensa so pani mensa wo se pastor ade be hwesa ananse me ribu samse na dia na ekoso pani wadanse no ehye mi nkran pa nyame se wo se me wadwuma kura mi wiame ho no mabehwe ade ko hye ba bi no mabehwe ade nyame wiame ho ko hye ba bi ma behwe ade ma betie sa adanse a eboa pa sa na bia wo de bi ma obi unim bia no otimisuo emo nisuo mo ne sofo ma won sa sofo nyina ya nipa o bompa ya bobi ma sofo wo hwa na bia sofo bia frɛ me hwa sofo so me nka se me soma sofo me nka se me wo so me soma sofo so hu na bia sofo afrɛ wo se ne me yiri wo it kills you na se sofo ne yiri wo ha na asafo ma bebre ye nyina da ye nipa bonsam wo ye nkonsa se ya enti bompa ye ma obi na fa bi kona no nyame be hira radi hira na anwumre na on kan ye ho omwa ye na ye tasitase ne se ya no omma anigye a e wo soro emetena ya ware mu nyame do a wo de ahye nipa mu no enna di wo ye fie na ma ye sire ye nya kase ye ha onkofom ya tete ni enhye so so nte ni anigye mpagya ni edomunye du ense Kristo do no o ye fie mu o nhyira wo radi na anwumre ye do asio We are so excited. We thank you for your love. You love us so much. Say, you allowed your only son, Jesus Christ, to come to this earth, to die for us, people who are undeserved. Fata. Nanso nyame ma yesa kwenye. Enhira enka odi. Mi nyan ma wala so biara. Ma ne mema yenyina ho hyewonsa. Aye ho ai. Why? My hoden, I could room me and papa da or papa you. Na sayo so the be ube shayamroso. Tiwanim tray, yen couldn't before. Oh, Jesus Christ, demo. Amen. Amen. Yamin saw na on count na and ne and so. Omoa, senior beya, the issue ye, the bay ye, a gma, and Yamia dominating humobro in tea. A bema, yes, yawari, I need ye any and coso. Any another medicine, any, the percent. Many of my could be a text and boarding or recording used to. Ain't opa okay, me doing recording, I'm about na ye bin komo kakra. Na ya no ye na ye